guys, how's it going? Today I'm going to be highlighting important points in the Canopy investor relations that I thought everyone should see and why hear. If so, you guys don't actually have to listen to this whole thing because I listened to it and I only picked out what I think is important. So let's begin.
You would approach that market, both the medical and the recreational sides.
Sure. So there's a bunch of scenarios under which that might happen. It could be, as you described, it could be state by state. What's going to happen, I think, however, is that if you have intellectual property and clinical trials and results that show medical efficacy, you're going to be able to take those through, especially if the intellectual property protection does as we do, which is it starts with the U.S. first filing, that you have a suite of products that then need production assets and the whole supply chain. What we've learned in Canada is how to do scale. And so I think what you'd find is, if California became a federally permissible place, you kind of need essentially one Canopy asset group from everything we've got dropped into there to produce all the products that we'd want to take to market. There will be some markets where there are brands that we would perhaps buy, but there really aren't scale production assets, so we would create those, and I think we'd have an accelerating advantage in the event that occurred. And that would then take us into everything that's a strength of ours and Constellation, which is if you have legal, medical, and legal rec, part of the chain is the product, but part of it is the delivery system, the support infrastructure, the sales reps, all of the things that make you successful in a CPG. And then the second part is we think that our medical approach, and we've expanded our team to include internationally capable and recognized pharma leaders who are joining us. That team, I believe, is going to do a very good job in creating everything from NHP products, natural health products, right through to finished RX trials. And those are going to be designed and delivered so that they aren't just for Canada or just for Germany. And I think it will give us a material advantage into that segment. So we feel good about the cash coming in because there's a lot more work right now than we had capital and capacity. This accelerates it. We also get to draw down on resources at Constellation. So part of the structure of this deal is that anything that they have that we need, we have a services arrangement where we'll try to orderly access and use so that we can accelerate with them as part of our team. And so that is, I think, going to be quite a good bit of leverage.
I thought that was important, so I put it in. Maybe other people don't. Let's move on to the next one.
Question for those of us who are uninitiated on the specifics for Constellation Brands. What's their plan on actually funding the $5 billion investment?
I believe there's a note in the press release that points to the source of capital. Tim, I don't have it in front of me, and I've read 26 versions of it, so I can't remember if that ultimately stayed in, but is it referenced in there?
It was Bank of America Merrill Lynch is providing the financing for the transaction. So you'll find in the third last paragraph of the press release.
I heard that, and then I'm going to show you guys. So it says Goldman Sachs advised Constellation Brand and Bank of America Merrill Lynch is providing committed financing for this transaction. So Merrill Lynch is basically lending the money to Constellation Brand for this transaction. So basically, Constellation Brands is taking the hit, and Canopy has no debts. So yeah, it's ridiculous. It's like what is it? It's like Constellation Brand is borrowing money to grow another company, which may or may not pay off. But if it doesn't pay off, Constellation Brand will get hit like crazy, while Canopy, whatever, we just spent the money, we lost it all, the company goes bankrupt. I mean, that's the possibility. I don't think that will happen. I think Canopy is pretty smart. If Canopy's been around for a long time, and they've been first place for like most of the industry. So I don't think that Canopy will fail at this $5 billion transaction, and this guarantees them first place unless Aurora gets like freaking Coke to like invest in them, or McDonald's, or somebody that have a lot of money that is like also well connected to the like industries in the United States. That's the only way that Aurora will be able to compete with Canopy at this point, because number one, Canopy has relations with a Constellation brand which has like big connections in the United States, which will help Canopy sell product in the United States when it becomes federally legal. So when Trump federally legals the United States because he wants to be president again, that's when so Trump's gonna win the next election from weed. Mark my words, that's what's gonna happen. This is my prediction. We'll see where it goes. So I'm excited. I like, honestly, if this stock drops down, I would add more to my position, because Canopy is no longer a speculation stock. If you're buying a Canopy, you're basically buying Constellation brand. So can Canopy trade as high as Constellation brand? Yeah. Because big money are looking at Canopy now, and they might invest. So if big money comes in, that stock's gonna rise real nice, and Aurora might follow because it's kind of connected to Canopy by chain. So yeah. Anyways, let's continue with something to, I guess, a little bit more of this press conference.
Type platforms, they're costly per square foot, but you use far fewer square feet.
Great, thanks for your help.
No problem.
And your next question comes from the line of Alan Borstein with New Cannabis Ventures. Please go ahead.
Hey, sorry about that, guys. They butchered my name so bad I thought I'd give it another try, and they butchered it again. Thanks for taking my call. I don't even know if you heard the last one. I don't believe
we did not.
Okay, so Bruce, you've been pretty pessimistic about the timing of legalization in the United States, and I know this deal's about more than just the U.S., but that's obviously a key part of Constellation's interest. Have you changed your own views at all? I know things change quickly.
My views are evolving, and I think the more that we've interacted with different regulators, I could see state by state happening much sooner than later. I'm not sure that you're going to see a national platform, but I could see some state by state structures that would make it federally legal if it was legal in the state. And so best to be very prepared. So our laydown plan is have all the working pieces together and be ready to go when it's legal and bring scale and bring products.
Got it. And then I've gotten this question a lot. I don't think you guys have publicly addressed it, but shareholders just approved a potential stock split, and I was just wondering what that's all about.
Optionality. So I was thinking at that time that we had the right to do a up to 3 times split. That is parked, but it was one of those things that I prefer to have the optionality because it was a special shareholders meeting, which was also to enable us to increase the ESOP pool. So added that, and we have it in our pocket. Those things don't really stale date for at least a year.
Okay. And then the next one is just...
Okay, stock split. You guys heard that, right? I'm assuming that Bruce Linton knew that the stock is gonna rise after this deal. He knew that the stock's gonna go to like maybe $100+, $120, maybe $200, and at those price points, not a lot of retail investors want to invest. Like, I'm talking about ordinary investors. So by having a stock split, he can apply in a year will reduce the amount, so it makes it look cheaper for retail investors because Canopy basically wants everybody to invest into Canopy. Basically, they want brand loyalty, just like Apple. Like, why would Apple split the stock? Apple split the stock so people actually want to buy the stock, like regular people. Because if a regular person saw Apple stock at like $3,000 or $5,000, they wouldn't want to buy it. Because at best they can buy like 2 shares. And that doesn't feel very good to own 2 shares. So what Apple did was a stock split, so then ordinary people can buy into the stock. At least this is how I see it. So the low stock price helps people mentality in a way, because unfortunately not a lot of investors look at market cap. They look at stock price more than market cap. So that's my thing. So if Canopy stock drops, I'm totally buying more. I wanna freaking collect this stuff if I can. Yeah. Okay, let's move on to the last one.
Really very shortly in the near term. So like you said, those losses you're seeing today, that's as if we're spending for a rec market that's not there today, as against medical revenues. So no, you should see that all come down.
Okay, that's all I have. Thanks a lot, and congratulations again on the deal.
But it's not important. So that's the 2 important points I want to point out in this video. I guess thanks for watching, guys. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. If you dislike this video, please give me a thumbs down. Subscribe for future updates and have a great day. Bye.